NewsTribune sports writer Chris Yucus, and I'm here with NT sports editor Kevin Chlum and sports writer Jared Bell. And today on NT Prep Preview, we're going to take a look at the Week 2 action on the Prep Gridiron and look ahead to this weekend's cross-country action. Guys, there were some big games last Friday night. Talk a little bit about some of the action, including BV at St. Bede.
Well, that one certainly lived up to the game of the week billing. It was a great game. I mean, it was tied early on, 7-7. BV took a lead at halftime, led through the third quarter. And then Jack Brady worked his magic again with his arm and threw a couple of touchdown passes. In the one in the third quarter, one in the fourth. Justin Shaw had a touchdown run, and St. Bede pulled it out 29-25. It was a very exciting, very well-played game on both sides.
Yeah, that wasn't the only comeback that was going around last week. I was over at Spring Valley, and the Red Devils managed 22 unanswered fourth-quarter points to come from behind and beat the Erie Prophetstown Panthers. It was pretty exciting. You kind of thought maybe the game was slipping away from Hall. They had a little trouble getting going, and then they broke loose in the fourth quarter. And Aaron Kerr might not have the biggest day in the stat book. He had about 76 yards rushing, but two crucial two-point conversions and some big runs for him. So I think he's going to be a big force, but now he's back for the Red Devils.
Yeah, they definitely needed that win.
I was actually listening to the game on the radio for the final few minutes, and I couldn't believe it myself, the way they were able to come back and they do it so well. And I was a little surprised they went for 2 for the win, but they did it. And hey, if it works, you look like a genius. So,
yeah.
Also, another game, we had Fieldcrest beating state-ranked Leroy. It was a 44-6 game. It was a huge upset, not one that we really expected. Drew Barth, the sophomore quarterback, had 4 touchdowns in the game, 3 passing, 1 rushing.
Well, guys, with the win, St. Bede advanced to 2-0 on this season. They're joining a group that also includes Mendota, River Valley, and Marquette, undefeated teams so far this year.
And Marquette just absolutely destroyed their opponent too in week 2, so it was a great win for them. Same thing for Mendota. They beat Rockford Christian pretty bad, so a lot of teams are 2-0, but they've done it in impressive fashion.
And let's also make note, River Valley now just 3 wins away from the playoffs.
Just 3. The countdown continues.
I'd say, how's driving the bandwagon going for you?
That's good. There's not a lot of people on board yet.
No speed bumps yet, right?
No, not at all.
Well, all those teams will look to make it a lucky 3 in a row when they head into this week's action. Who are some of the big matchups going to be this week, guys?
Well, there's 2 big matchups in our area. We have Winnebago at Mendota. Both teams are 2-0, and it's the Big Northern Conference West Division opener for both teams. It's a chance for the Trojans to kind of prove that they can hang with the big boys because they have 4 straight opponents within the conference, not necessarily the division, within the conference that are a real big test. And we also have our game of the week, which is Bureau Valley at Newman. We already mentioned kind of the crushing loss last week for BEV. But this week they travel to Newman for a 7:30 Saturday night game.
Oh, wow.
Against the Comets, who just absolutely tattooed Princeton last week. But it's early, and you never want to say that a conference title can be won or lost in week 3, but this is a big game for both teams to kind of get an early stranglehold on the conference, even if they can't win till the end. We think that these are probably the 2 best teams in the Three Rivers North Division.
And then we also have some other games. LaSalle Brew is hosting Rochelle. See if we can get any better for the Cavs. We have Kewanee coming to St. Bede. Should be an easy win for the Bruins, I would think. Hall going to Amboy Lamoille. So Hall, I think, has a good chance to go to 2 wins. And then there's also River Valley. Can't forget my Falcons. And they have a chance to go 3-0 going to Princeville, who is 1-1.
Ottawa Streeter as well.
Oh yeah, Ottawa Streeter. I forgot, one of the oldest rivalries in the state of Illinois. And that actually could be a decent game. I mean, both teams need a win there.
Yeah, both teams have started off slow, so it'll be somebody's always got to go, right?
Yeah.
There's plenty more action other than football this weekend. The Princeton cross-country invite will take off from Princeton's Zeering Park.
Well, this could be a good one. There's a lot of area teams there and some of the best runners in the area. On the girls' side, it has a pretty loaded field. You have Reagan Widener, the reigning NewsTribune Girls Cross Country Runner of the Year. You have Maria Baldwin, the reigning NewsTribune Girls Track and Field Athlete of the Year. Then you got 2 outstanding runners from LP, Megan Krolak and Leslie Roca. They've been off to a great start to the season. And then, the Tigers has got Zoe Mead representing them in their own meet, and she should have a good showing as well. The boys' side not quite as strong, but there's still some good runners in the area. I think the top probably is Al Baldonado from Hall. He has had a fantastic start to the season. You also have Ryan Taylor and Kane Eastwood from Bureau Valley should be good, and then Levi Schmiller from Fieldcrest has done pretty well so far.
It's amazing too, the depth in our area in cross country this year. A lot of times at the Princeton Invite you have some good kids locally, and then the other kids, whether it be from Anwan Weathersfield or from Newman, do well. But this year we have a lot of really strong runners at that meet, so it's going to be a good preview.
Yeah, the girls especially, like Kevin said, it is a loaded field. I mean, that's a preview of the 1A state meet, coming in with Maria Baldwin and Reagan Widener. They're going to be probably the top 10 finishers looking to be this year. So.
And one thing our area does better than pretty much any other sport we have is run. So whether it be track or cross country, we have some fantastic runners, and this is the perfect showing of that.
There's going to be 9 area teams at that meet, so if you want to get a little taste of the early season cross country, you can go out there. Even the mighty Ohio Bulldogs, my alma mater, the running Bulldogs, small as mighty, they're going to be out there with a boys team this year, so it's going to be pretty interesting. We'll see how the Bulldogs can finish. And now it's time for everybody's favorite segment, NT Prep Preview Powerhouse Players. Miss Renneker, that tape, please.
Powerhouse players of the week.
Powerhouse Players of the Week.
Powerhouse Players of the Week. How's that?
Well, guys, our first Powerhouse Player of the Week is actually our first female Powerhouse Player this season. It's Princeton senior setter Michelle Kelly, the reigning NewsTribune Volleyball Player of the Year. Had a great week. Last week, she had 32 assists in a 3-set win by the Tigresses over St. B. And then over the weekend at the Rock Falls Invitational, she had 88 assists, 22 digs, and 18 points as Princeton finished second in the tournament. That was actually their first loss of the season, was in the title game. So they're 6-1 so far to start the season. A great start for Princeton.
We also have another great start to the season with the next guy, Carlos Acasa from Depew. In the last 2 games, he's had 10 goals. He has 18 for the season in just 6 games. That is 3 per game for those of you scoring at home, a hat trick per game. And he surpassed 100 career goals, on Saturday, so he has 104 now.
I think his start is kind of an insult to the word great, because it's been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's unprecedented, I think you could almost say. And last but certainly not least, we have Fieldcrest sophomore quarterback Drew Barth Vador. The junior signal caller had 4 touchdowns in Fieldcrest's win over number 8 state-ranked Leroy. He had 3 passing and 1 running to lead the Knights on to victory. They're 1-1. We're on a roll too. Check us out next week at www.newstrib.com/sports.